Hi guys. It's been 10 days now since I had the extractions on my upper jaw and I had the denture put in, and I'm really happy to say that as of Monday I started to feel like myself and really feel that I have turned a corner at this point. My gums are healing. I did see my dentist on Monday. It was the first time I'd seen him since he did the extractions, and he's real pleased with my healing. He did adjust some of the spots on my dentures that were causing me soreness on my gums, and everything is really going very, very well. There's a couple of things I want to talk about in this video, but first off, I want to say something about something that was said to me here recently on the denture support board. Somebody made a comment to me that I thought was really rude and uncalled for, and I addressed that with that person directly. But I would like to speak about it publicly as well to perhaps set the record straight. And that is, the person's comment to me was, now that you have your mouth straightened out, why don't you straighten out the mess that's behind you? I'm not explaining myself to justify myself, but maybe just to make things clear of what you see behind me here. Yes, it looks like a mess. It's a very organized mess. This is my office. I own and operate a couple of businesses, and what you see behind me, the majority of what you see behind me is inventory for one of my businesses. So I am not a hoarder. I am not a slob. This is part of my business. This is part of my life. So let's get that out of the way real quick and move on. And what I really wanted to talk about tonight is the stigma of dentures in our society, and the stigma about the type of person that gets dentures, and the general perceived I don't even know what I want to say. What people think about people that get dentures are they're unkempt. They're not clean. They're slobs. They didn't take care of themselves. They don't brush. They don't floss. They don't do this, that, and whatever. And, maybe that's the case for some people. It isn't the case for all people, not even close to the case for all people. I brushed. I flossed. My teeth went to pot anyhow. So, you can't sit up there on your little pedestal and think that everybody that has to have their teeth taken out is some sort of a low-life slob kind of person who doesn't care anything about themselves. I really did care about my teeth. I put thousands of dollars into saving my teeth, and it didn't work out in the end. And I felt, when I made the decision to get the dentures, it was a matter of feeling I needed to cut my losses at that point. I was fighting a losing battle. And instead of being miserable and unhealthy and my self-confidence being hugely affected by the condition of my teeth, I felt it was time to do something about it. And I think part of the reason I didn't do it sooner is because of this stigma that we have in our society about people that wear dentures. I didn't want to be thought of as one of those people. That others are like, ooh, so-and-so got dentures. Can you believe that? There was a comment made to me here a couple of months ago where somebody said, do you know that so-and-so had all their teeth taken out and they got dentures? I didn't say a word because, I felt really bad for the person that had gotten their dentures, that somebody is sneaking around behind their back and talking about them as if, they're some sort of a freak. These kind of people that have these beautiful, perfect teeth, they're really and truly blessed, and I hope they believe that, and realize that they are these blessed people. They're wonderful that they have great teeth, but just because they have great teeth doesn't mean the rest of the world has great teeth. And just because something is great in your life or works in your life doesn't give you the right to project that upon somebody else, that, if I got great, beautiful teeth, then everybody should have great, beautiful teeth. And that's not the case at all. Some people are naturally thin. Oh my God, I wish I were naturally thin. And you'll find the attitude of, you know, somebody looks at somebody who's overweight and waddling down the street, there's some sort of a big slob. You know, you don't know what that person's going through. You don't know what they've had to deal with in their life. You have no idea. You don't know anything about somebody until you've walked a mile in their shoes. And you know what? You're never going to be able to do that. So it's really time to stop judging people by looking at the outward appearance and going, you know what? She's got rotten teeth. She never took care of herself. What a great big slob she is. Or did you know so-and-so just got dentures because they didn't take care of their teeth? You don't know. You know, you don't necessarily know what somebody has gone through. I think sometimes it would be really great if we could walk a mile in somebody else's shoes. And I think it would be advantageous because we'd realize really quick how fast we want to jump out of that person's shoes and get back into our own and be grateful for the things that we have and things we've been given in this life. I am extremely grateful for the things I have in my life and the things I've been able to accomplish. It wasn't done by just sitting back and letting things happen. I made things happen in my life. I lost 260-something pounds because I made it happen. I didn't sit back and wait for it to happen. I went and got my teeth fixed. I made it happen. You know, we have to make things happen in our lives. And just because somebody you know or somebody you see hasn't accomplished the things that you've accomplished in your life does not make them less of a human being. And it really angers me, this elitist attitude that people have, that, you know, everybody should be like them. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. Everybody's different. Everybody has things in their lives they have to deal with. You know, maybe somebody is overweight because they have a metabolic disorder. Maybe they have a thyroid disorder. Maybe they were abused as children. Maybe they were abused as adults. And this is a coping mechanism for them. It's not up to us to judge that person. If somebody's got bad teeth, you may think, oh, you know, they don't take care of themselves. They don't brush their teeth. They don't whatever. Maybe they had cancer treatment. Maybe they had cancer treatment for a thyroid and the radiation destroyed the bone in their jaw and caused their teeth to rot out. You don't know that. You don't know that until you ask. And then sometimes when you do find out what somebody's had to deal with, you know, you feel kind of stupid and kind of sorry that you ever prejudged that person. So I really just, I want to do some of these videos to help people understand that just because you got dentures or just because you need to get dentures doesn't make you less of a person. Okay? It's not a problem. It's okay. I think it's more not okay when you got something, when you have an issue that you refuse to deal with or unable to deal with for whatever the case may be. But it takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of guts. And it took that stuff for me to sit in that dentist chair and have him pull out my permanent teeth, which I will never see again. Ever see again. That took a lot of courage. So if you know somebody that has dentures or you know somebody that needs them, show a little compassion to that person because you don't know what they're dealing with. And what they are dealing with is something I'm sure that they know. They don't need to have it pointed out. They look in the mirror and they see it every single day. They don't need to be somebody to point out to them, that, you know, that they've got rotten teeth. They know that. They know that. It would be so much nicer if people would be considerate and helpful to those that have less in their lives. So, you know, I kind of feel like I'm a little bit on my soapbox tonight, but I feel I'm justified in some of the things that I'm saying, too. So, you know, next time you see somebody that isn't perfect and isn't exactly what you think they should be, you know, step back. Step back and just be grateful for your life and be grateful for what you have. And if you're able to help somebody, then help them. You know, I think that's one of the reasons we're here on earth, is to help other people in their journeys in life. So, you know, reach out to somebody and help somebody, and that will make you feel so much better about yourself in the end. One of the reasons I am doing these videos is to give back and to let people know that it's okay. It's okay. You know, I'm only 46 years old and had to have my teeth out. I never thought in a million years at this age this would be something that would be a part of my life, but it is. And I want other people to know that it's okay. It's okay. And just be who you are and live your life in a way that is fulfilling and satisfying to you. And forget what everybody else has to say and forget other people's criticism, because the truth of the matter is people that sit in judgment of others are people that are sometimes pretty lonely and miserable in their own lives, and so we must show compassion to those people too. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys tonight. So stay tuned. There'll always be more.